Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome everyone here to the State of Synth. My name is Dennis G.
And I'm Karen Zoe Lee, standing in for Neon Fox tonight.
Karen Zoe Lee in the house. And Where is Jules?
Well, Julian is taking his Halloween costume a little too seriously. He decided to be a juror this year, and he's currently sequestered in a hotel, away from all technology.
That's wonderful thing to do for Halloween.
No, it's not his choice. He was selected.
And we do have our very special guest, Starletta. So a nice round of applause for Mr. Letta. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Just fantastic. Loving the evening. Are you in, I want to say California, but that's not right. You're in
I wish.
Texas.
I'm in Nashville.
Nashville, that's right.
Yeah.
Sharing the space with Northern Lights, and that's the only person I know from Nashville, I think. Karen, do we know anyone from Nashville? We know a lot from Austin, Texas.
I was just in Austin.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, let's see.
It's a little bit of a music scene over there, I guess, right?
A little bit, yeah.
They got people just walking down the streets with guitars in their hands and 10-gallon hats, and
everyone's just trying to make it.
trying to make the dream work, I guess. Yeah.
It's pretty fun.
Little like L.A., I guess. That's the same. People go there, and they go and they have like nothing but a guitar and a suitcase that's half full of clothes and drugs or something. I don't know, like whatever they do in L.A.
Pretty much. I mean, everyone. It is kind of like little LA now. A lot of people from LA moved here. It's crazy how fast it's growing here, because it's not just country now. Like a lot of the pop stuff and like the pop punk and rock comes out of here now too. So it's it's exploding.
Yeah, it's
how much
crazy
as people are moving here.
Yeah, I know. We did a interview with Northern Lights, and he was telling me how the scene is just blowing up with all kinds of stuff. Yeah, it's not just country music, but the thing I love about your music is the fact that you just kind of infuse, you kind of like crack the code. I don't know how you did it, but you have you and Darfolds. Darfolds is a lot like that too. Comes in with the 10-gallon hat and just rocking it out, a little steel guitar and a little bit of neon, and just makes it happen. And I just love that whole vibe. I think it's great.
Yeah, this very British accent comes out of his face.
Yeah, I
love him.
It's interesting. Like I didn't, when I lived in Ohio before I moved here, I was in a metal band, and I was just like kind of doing pop stuff on the side. And I didn't sing, and then I found country music, and I'm like, well, my voice is lower. Country singers sing lower. I can probably learn how to sing through this stuff. And I primarily listened to a lot of country. And when I moved here, I wanted to do country production, but I was, my music had just started working out. Like Crying in Miami came out 6 months before I moved.
Oh, wow.
So it was like immediate, like, okay, well, I want to do the synthwave thing. Like the 80s, I didn't realize how big of a community it existed until after the song came out. Yeah. So I was introduced into it and leaned in real heavy. And as I live here, it's like, well, I really like country, and my voice fits that a little, just how I've learned how to sing.
Right.
But I really like doing the 80s thing, so I'm just going to try and do both and see how it works, because I really like elements of both production-wise, too. And it's been fun trying to, like, smash them together and get them to live in one song.
Yeah, get them to blend. I love it. We're definitely going to dig deep into your music, your songwriting skills, and everything. But why don't we start things off with a little tune? Mrs. Karen Zoe Lee. I was about to say Mr. Jules, but we're going to change it up a little bit for our extra co-host here who's filling in for Mr. Neon Fox. So if I say that and mess it up like 5 times tonight, don't fault me, because I have
I'll roll
crutches.
With it.
I got verbal
I'm
crutches.
Fox, if you say I'm Fox Boss.
So yeah, what do we got lined up here for next here?
Well, we have one from Pashang, who's released a slew of amazing music. But we had to pick one, and
Yes.
we're gonna have a Hellraiser theme.
Yeah, this is a little late Halloween. It's November 1st, but, we got a little bit of layover Halloween stuff, and why not play a little Hellraiser theme? Why don't we do it? Let's go ahead and drop it right now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is, I can't say it. Can you say it?
Pashang. Pashang.
With the Hellraiser theme, the dark synth version, right here on Night Ride FM. right, once again, that was the Hellraiser theme, the dark synth version by Pashang. Did I get that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. He is from South Korea. And speaking of Halloween, Karin, you had quite the little adventure. Did you DJ, was that last night? Was that on Halloween or was that over the weekend?
That was last night. Yeah, on Halloween.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you know Starletta, but Karin does some DJ work too, and she just did a thing for, who was that? Midnight Danger?
Danger. Mm-hmm.
Who we're going to be playing tonight. In fact, we'll be playing that next, which is awesome. But yeah, how did that go? Seems like
it was awesome.
Pretty fun.
It was awesome. The turnout was a little thin just because it was Halloween and everybody kind of had plans already, or they were out with their kids or something.
Yeah.
But there was a good crowd, and the crowd that was there absolutely loved him.
Nice.
And he's just rocks. He's got the energy, and he's such a nice person too. On top of that, you just love everything about the guy.
Yeah, sweet. Now, is Midnight Danger, is that a solo act, or did he?
He comes with a drummer.
Okay, nice. Mm-hmm. Now, Starletta, I know you do some touring and shows and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Do you have any backing, or is it just you just rocking out?
Normally I at least have a drummer. My roommate plays guitar for me when he's available, and
Sweet.
Ideally I would like to have like full band. I've done it to just a track before when I don't have my band available.
It's gotta be tough.
It's not my favorite.
Yeah.
But
I feel like you lose a little bit of the energy that way.
Yeah, you at least have to have a drummer. Like, at minimum, I'll have a drummer. And as of this last tour, well, the tour I did in July, we built out like a whole light show. So now I have like some kind of production to where if I don't have a band, I at least have something going on around me.
Oh, nice.
But I definitely like playing with a live band. I'd like to get to the point where I can have a live steel player and saxophone, but that's like down the road when it makes sense.
A steel player and a synthwave. Now, again, like I feel like you kind of like, I could call you so many different things because you're pop, but you're also you got the country vibe. You got definitely the synthwave vibe. I think that of all the I would still put it like squarely under the synthwave umbrella because. What do you think, Karin? I think it pretty much hits the aesthetic, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think what it is, it's really doesn't really matter what type of music that you do, as long as it invokes that nostalgic vibe. I think that's the secret ingredient, you know. So you could come at it at many different levels. Now, why don't we let's just play this song because I want to get into Starletta's music because I love it and I can't wait to play it. We're going to play the Midnight Danger track next. And now, again, this is falling under, I would put this right under the synthwave, although this is more like a rock-based kind of thing, almost like a LeBrock, or am I way off base, Karin?
Yes, but without the vocals.
Without the vocals, nice. Mm-hmm. So we're going to jam out, get some good instrumental synthwave. And do you want to set this up in any way, Mrs. Karin,
Sure.
Zoe Lee?
Well, it's been a while since Midnight Danger released anything. And so if fans were excited when he dropped this track not last month, the month before last now. It's November, September 26th. He dropped Radio Hell.
And here it is, right here on Night Ride FM. And that was Radio Hell. I don't know
Hell
why.
yeah.
I like the name Radio Hell. Like, I don't know why. I think that just has a nice ring to it. By Midnight Danger. That was cool. I dig it. Lots of rock and roll, lots of guitar work and stuff like that. Now, I know, Starletta, you do guitars, you do the vocals, obviously the songwriting and everything like that. So that's kind of like the full package, really. That's like the full Monty. Do you do the steel guitar on top? Because I know some of your tracks even have a little bit of steel guitar in them, right?
That I don't. So my friend learned how to play steel that I work with, and the steel being in the song was kind of like not an accident. I had somebody that played saxophone on a single I put out last year, and they're touring with the Jonas Brothers right now.
Oh,
so she was no longer available, and I wanted to do sax on one of the songs, and my friend had literally just like been practicing steel for like the last 6 months. So I was like, well, I already had the visual idea of what I wanted the record to look like and the branding, but I hadn't really like put a full country element in a song yet. So I told him, like, just come over and track a solo. Like, let's just try it and see what it sounds like. And then he did it for a couple other songs, and like the demos I'm working on for the next like stuff that I'm going to put out there, it's all over the place. So, but that's like the steel and the sax are the only two things I don't play on the songs.
I love that, though. Like, Karin, you're always a fan of all the different sounds and stuff in synthwave. You're not a purist, right?
No, I used to be, but I had to shake that to get here.
As long as you got a Juno in there somewhere, like, you know.
Juno 6. Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
I think
that's like
favorite.
the glue. That's the epoxy that just kind of like puts the entire track together. Is like the Juno, and then add a little bit of neon and everything's synthwave. It's great. Yeah,
some guy came into the store the other day. Like, I work at Guitar Center, and some guy came in like a month or two ago and tried to sell us a DX7, and it worked, but it was busted like cosmetically, so we didn't buy it. But I texted him. I was like, "Yo, I'll buy it from you. I want that. I want that so bad." It was like $200, and it works.
That's
so
incredible.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout. Now, see, that's my problem. I'm so much in the synthwave, but I do not know my instruments. I don't know my synths. I don't really. To me, it's all Greek. Like, it's just like the sounds. It could be like they make all the same sounds or they make different sounds. I have no idea. But I do know that people, they definitely talk about the Juno, and the only other knowledge that I have is from our Discord levels, because I don't know if you guys checked out our Discord, but it's discord.gg/synthwave. If you guys haven't had a chance to join our Discord group, it's really cool. And just by joining and talking, you get to be like different levels. Each level is like a synth. Karin, what are some of the other levels? I can't even think.
I have no idea.
Prophet. There's like a prophet level. There's a Behringer clone. I think that's like the original like startup level.
Okay.
The Behringer clone. But
yeah, they're good for that.
You push the buttons and it makes the sounds and magic happens. That's all I know. Like me and Jules, we just try to figure out how it all works, but
I'm getting a little better.
Is which, but I do know that for most of those you can buy the sounds themselves and put it in a DAW.
You can. I mean, there's so many. Like, a lot of what I used was like a free plugin that came with a subscription that I had forever, and only now am I like trying to get into outboard synths just because I want to be able to put my hands on things and kind of play around with it. But
touch it.
A lot of it is you can get so much with plugins. It's
true.
Crazy.
Now I'm going to play the part of Julian right now, and I'm going to ask, what's your favorite DAW?
I'm a Logic guy. I've used Logic since I was 18, and it is hands down my favorite.
Jules is in the jury right now. He's got a little bug in his ear. He's like listening secretly to the show. He's like, I'm writing this down. This is not part of like the deliberation, but I'm writing this on the corner of the paper. And they're gonna read like, you are guilty, and then flip it over and like, what is this Logic stuff? Never mind that stuff. But yeah, that's great. Now, I don't know, but is that the one with the big thing with you draw them, or you do what's the one where you draw the little dots and that's like kind of like you just draw the music on the screen? I don't even know.
Directly on the staff?
Sort of like what Master Boot Record does. He like puts little dots, or is that a tracker? That's a tracker, right? Dennis,
you can draw like dots for like making automation, like volume go up or like panning and stuff.
Okay.
I don't know any that you can actually like draw in.
I think they're
like
trackers.
The music parts.
I think that's what it is. So
Okay.
I know nothing. Probably should pivot to a new topic because Dennis doesn't know. Let's talk about Neon Cowboys. Let's talk about this newest album that you've released. And when did it come out? It came out probably I guess a few months ago, right?
Yeah, it came out I think July 28th. So it's oh my god, it's been like 4 months already.
Yeah.
Almost 4 months, 3 months. Yeah.
It's amazing. I love this album. I love the beginning. We're going to play the title track from the album. Now, wait a minute. The album is called Neon Cowboy?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So track 1 would be also Neon Cowboy. What would that be called, Karin? What would that be called?
The intro track, the opening track.
When the actual name of the song. I'm just trying to get you to say your
the track of title.
No, I'm trying to get you to say your phrase.
Titular. It's the titular track.
She was trying to avoid saying it. I just
I'm
pulled
caught
it
on your game. I know what you're trying to do.
I love when you talk dirty to me. I can't help it. But yeah, so
dishes, laundry.
This track is just, I love, my favorite part of the album is the way that the way the song begins. We're going to play it, you get to hear it, but where did you get the inspiration for the beginning? Because it's kind of like almost like a syncopated type of rhythm. Is like do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Like
that was an accident. So that I had a synth that I was feeding through when I was recording, and I was using it for like an arpeggiator on a different part, and I forgot to hit the button to turn it off. So when I recorded that part, I had like a chord on there.
Oh my
and
God.
It just did it on its own, and I was like, "That's it. I'm leaving that in there."
That is the happiest.
That was a complete accident. But like the beginning, like right before it, like that whistly stuff, I wanted it to feel like that. I don't know what it's called, but that that Western thing. It's like I wanted to just do it with synths, and that's why it sounds like that. So like right off the bat, it's like, this is what the album's going to sound like.
You're standing in the desert and you're just like looking at the person across from you, and he's got his hand close to his gun, and you got your hand close to your gun, and you give him that dirty stare, and yeah, you hear that.
Sound ain't big enough for the both of us.
Yeah.
Little tumbleweeds, little neon tumbleweeds go. I love it. You really, one of my favorite Western wave artists also is Lazy Laser, who you got to check out his stuff. He's just amazing.
I'm definitely looking at it.
It's all spaghetti western. It's like synthwave spaghetti western, and just the same vibe. He does all instrumentals, no vocals, but just if you want to listen to music that just nails that twangy spaghetti wave vibe, like that's just where it's at, and I love it. He actually scored our entire album. We did a concept album called Operation Space Toaster, now available on Bandcamp. Go to thestateofsynth.bandcamp.com. Pick yourself up a copy right now. Go.
You know who else comes to mind? Keytar Cowboy.
Is that an artist?
Yeah, he dropped an album and I heard about him. I think it was earlier this year. And he's kind of been mellow since, but that would be a fun collab.
That sounds wonderful.
Keytar too.
And yeah, it's growing. This whole sub-genre, I think is just going to be like the next best thing, and I love it.
I didn't even know there was stuff out like this already. This is great.
This is an incredible road we're going down. We're going to go ahead and drop this next track here. Now, this is, again, my favorite track off of the album, and I can't wait to play it, so we're just going to give you a listen right now. Once again, this is Neon Cowboy by Starletta, right here on Night Ride FM.
About what we're missing out on, the more it kills me. All I see are your eyes, pulling out the drive, leaving this behind for a life without me. Don't know what to do if you're gone. Felt like this for far too long. Am I the only one who feels like this? 1,000 miles without you, I just feel so far away. A bed so cold is all I've known. Still I've got so much to say. I still miss those late nights, just me and you, that faded ocean blue. Wish we could go back somewhere still deep in your mind. You want me to, nothing I won't do to make this last. Like a neon cowboy, I'll be headed out west to find how your sun sets without me. In this heartbreak town, I thought that I knew best, but without you here, God, it feels so lonely. 1,000 miles without you, I just feel so far away. A bed so cold is all I've known. Still I've got so much to say. Every lovesick memory, every moment meant to be. Praying your love comes back to me, comes back to me. 'Cause 1,000 miles without you, I'm so far away. So let me close this space. Just feel so far away. A bed so cold is all I've known. Still I've got so much to say. Every lovesick memory, every moment meant to be. Praying your love comes back to me, comes back to me. 'Cause 1,000 miles without you, I'm so far away. So let me close this space.
Cowboy.
Cowboy, baby.
I love it. That was Neon Cowboy by Starletta right there. And yes, so many little cool things that I like in that. My favorite part, my second favorite part is when they go cowboy, like right in the middle of it. Like that's just like you put it on the box, and what do they say? Like the name's on the tin. You know, like it is what it is, and like I like how you like lean into it, and a lot of artists will try to be fitting into more of what they think that people want to hear. And I like when artists lean into their
What they
own
want to
sound.
hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely had that realization at the beginning of the year where I've everything I think I've done has always had that synthwave 80s feel to it first, but a lot of like where the listener base ends up being for me is like in the indie pop sphere. So, and a lot of those bands are also based in Nashville. So there was this like pressure kind of on that I put on myself. Like I have to fit in indie pop. Like I have to look like this thing. I have to start sounding more like this thing. And at the beginning of this year, when I started working on the record, I was like, wait, no, I don't. Like, I don't have to do any of that. Like,
right.
I like the music, but I think that what I want to do with it is more authentic to me. And like, I just have fun making it. So, and like, I had my roommate who plays guitar for me, we have like these conversations all the time. Like we moved here to do music from Ohio, and like that stress of are we doing the right thing? Is this ever going to work? And my mentality had to shift to, well, if I'm not going to, the goal is to have it pay my bills and do it for a living full time as an artist. But if it doesn't happen, I at least have to have fun with what I'm doing. And I'm naturally just like a goofy dude. So I'm like, let's just put it in the music. Let's just pretend we're a cowboy in the 80s and put steel guitar with saxophone on the same record and
because
whatever.
Not? Yeah,
just have fun with it.
I love it. I love the vibe. I think it's just it's right on my alley because I will just say right now I'm a big Western fan, and the weird thing is though I'm not like old Western. I like the contemporary Western, which I guess sort of makes sense. It's a little like the people who like synthwave, but they don't really know what the 80s were like. Like I don't really know what the Westerns of the 40s and the 50s and the 60s were like. I like the reimagining of the Westerns based on what they felt and the vibe. Like one of my favorite shows is Deadwood. Is like one of my favorite, hands down, one of my favorite shows on TV, and it was pretty much a straight up Western. And that Timothy Olyphant, that guy, he just like shooting people, like, and he just wears the big 10-gallon hat, and I just love it. I love the vibe, and I just that's my other passion. And so once you mix that in with synthwave, I think it's just great. And throw on like a neon hat. By the way, we still can't get Neon Cowboy to sponsor our show after all the love that we have given them.
I've been trying to get them to sponsor me for like all of the whole year.
Really? So you're not I'm not alone then, I guess.
No, I saw it at a grocery store and I was like, you have to be kidding me. I need this sponsorship so bad.
God. I think what
you
we
gotta
need,
buy some of it, take some pictures and post them.
We need Karin,
honestly,
because
that's a good idea.
Karin's a lot more photogenic than I am. I'm just gonna say that right now, and it's plainly obvious, but it doesn't even need to be
tried.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna outfit Karin Zoe Lee with some Neon Cowboy. What is it? NeonCowboy.com. You can go and you get your hats, and you can get decked out, and they even have like boots. These boots, they light up, and it's sick. I want to get the lime green one because I know they make a green one, they make a purple one with the 10-gallon hat. I want to get that. I'm going to wear the 10-gallon hat. Karin, you are going to rock it with just the hat and the boots and nothing else. I'm just kidding. That was so sexy.
How much you paying me?
I will pay you. I will pay you what I make for this show, which is a bottle of beer and half a sandwich.
So your Patreon is going to be funneled directly to me. Am I understanding that right?
Hey, there's always opportunities. I think we got a good thing going. I think we can make this happen. So yeah, we're gonna make this happen, and we're gonna be sponsored. And not only are they going to sponsor the State of Synth? They're also going to sponsor Starletta's tour, and it's going to be a big thing.
Oh, they have light up hats too. We did light up Starletta Cowboy hats for merch stuff.
I almost bought one. I
got a couple left.
Oh my god. So yeah, I'm definitely going to eye them up on payday. They're not bad either. The price wise are not bad. I will say one thing about the you know what? They're not sponsoring us. Their hats are expensive, man.
I just saw that $80. I mean, it's probably made really well.
You know, if it's like a real cowboy hat with nice neon and stuff like that, I would pay, because you know you can't get a good hat for chump change, right? I mean,
oh no,
a good 10-gallon hat is. I used to have one. It was a leather hat, brown, and I don't know how. I think I got it in West Virginia, and don't ask me how or why, but like I was just in the suburbs of Deptford, New Jersey, just walking around with this 10-gallon hat, like just rocking it, man. I was like the only guy in my town wearing a 10-gallon hat. It's not like Nashville or anything like that. Like, this is like New Jersey, and they're just like, yo, dude, you okay?
You know where you are?
Well, welcome to my childhood, being looked at strangely. But yeah, so I think this could be a thing. I think we can just make this blow up and make it very, very, very what is it? Lucrative for all of us.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
We're gonna put that plan in place. Why don't we play? I want to play another track here. Now, this is the first track that I think I've heard of yours, and this one is going to be "Crying in Miami," and this is, I think, my first introduction into your music. And you know what it reminds me of too? It reminds me of the Bad Dreamers, the way that they write their songwriting and the same vibe. And I feel like it's very, very similar in tone. He doesn't have as much of a, I would say, like a Western twang to it. But yeah, just solid. There's something about a good, solid song that, can evoke those nostalgic memories that I think it just hits the mark for me, Do you want to talk about "Crying in Miami"? Was this written out of personal experience?
No. So this is like probably the only song in the whole discography that's not about something that happened to me.
Oh wow.
Which is funny because it's like the one that does the best. But I at the time was, again, it was like I probably had been putting out music for a year at this point under Starletta. And it was more like super pop leaning only. And I started working on this instrumental and sent it to my friend. And I was like, just asking him what he thought. And he was joking around like, this sounds like you're, driving down the highway in Miami, just like drugged out of your mind, like crying. And like jokingly texted him and was like, I'm going to call "Crying in Miami." And then the next day started writing it. And I wrote like the first two lines of the chorus. I put it on TikTok. I had like 100 followers, and then in the next 3 days, I had 20,000.
What?
And yeah, it just blew up. Like the video got like 1 million views in 2 days.
That's a lot of followers. Oh my god!
It happened when I went to sleep. Like I literally woke up, and the video had like 200,000 views.
Oh my god!
So and then it just kept going for 3 days, and I put the song out a week later. I had just put a single out the week before that, and I like called off work, put the song out, finished it, and then that's like technically where like Starletta as it is now came from.
Yeah.
Like the sound, the whole, even like Neon Cowboy as a record is a sequel to that song.
Right.
Where like "Crying" is like you meet the girl in Florida and she moves to California, and the Neon Cowboy through the album is like, I'm leaving Florida to go to California to like find this girl because I'm like meant to be with her.
Yeah.
So it kind of takes that journey. So, but yeah, this is the song that birthed what I do.
I love it. It's like the quintessential Starletta track. So very good. All right, so Karin, do you want to go ahead and set this one up professionally here?
All right. Let's see. All right, we're going to take a track from, let's see, this one was not on the album.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
so
it was
this
on the one previous.
Yeah. All right, Dennis, set it up. It's Starletta's Crying in Miami, right here on Night Ride FM.
You got me confused, 'cause I never thought I'd live without you. Drunk nights in paradise in hotel rooms, Atlantic beauty and bloom, but you were gone too soon. Oh yeah, baby, those West Coast lights sure are blinding you on East Coast time. Hope California makes you feel alive, 'cause I'm right here waiting for your sunset eyes to look in mine. So far away in the Golden State, when you should be in my arms. And now I'm crying in Miami over you. Midnight dancing, no romancing. Oh, summer love ain't for you. In your arms is my broken heart. We never got a sunrise on the palm trees by the coastline. Sun-kissed skin driving down 95. So hard to face the truth that my vice was you. Oh yeah, yeah. Those West Coast lights sure are blinding you on East Coast time. Hope California makes you feel alive, 'cause I'm right here waiting for your sunset eyes to look in mine. And now I'm crying in Miami over you. Midnight dancing, no romancing. Oh, summer love ain't for you. In your arms is my broken heart. Oh, baby, these neon dreams have got me crazy. I'm praying Cali come and save me, 'cause Miami's breaking my heart. Quit breaking my heart. And now I'm crying Miami over you. I'm crying. Midnight dancing, no romancing. Summer love ain't for you. In your arms is my broken heart. Baby, these neon dreams have got me crazy. I'm praying Cali come and save me, 'cause Miami's breaking my heart. Quit breaking my heart.
And that was Crying in Miami for You by Starletta. I love it. We're just taking a look here. I'm just going back through our notes. We've had your song on a few shows. We actually had your track Secondhand. We played that episode 15, season 9, which was actually the last season. And so we like your stuff, man.
Thanks. That's my favorite one to play live. One of my favorite ones to play live.
Yeah. And
I love it.
We played season 6, episode 1, which was our alternate universe one. That was a special one that we did. Lots of fun. You can always go to thestateofsynth.com and check out all the episodes. It is the stateofsynth.com/episodes, I believe. Or unless I got the link wrong, you can find it, I'm sure. But yeah, all the people that we've had on the show and the scripts and all the songs that we played in all the shows, and it's a wonderful little place, little resource that you can go to find all your favorite artists and find them in all one place. So that's my pitch. Let's do some shout outs. What do you think, Mrs. Karn Zoe Lee? Do you have a couple shout outs to give to our listeners?
Yes, sir. From the people that have been tuning in from the Night Ride FM chat, everybody's fan, Craig Packman.
Hey!
He's always there. Hey, Craig. Destarian, Dave 808 Turner,
Nice.
Aero Team, Hearts and Beta,
All the Aussies.
Pashang popped in when we played his track.
Nice.
His ears were burning. Mr. Night Razor, Tiny Bites. I have not seen Tiny Bites before. Hello. And of course, Starletta is in there if you want to jump in and shower him with your praise. So
I won't stop you.
And from the YouTube, we have Chill Collins, Rodentine Queen Tika, and Boo Bitchcraft. Boo Bitchcraft.
Boo Bitchcraft is
Love it.
Probably my favorite handle to date. I love that. Well, very good. So yeah, you can check us out on YouTube. You can check us out on the IRC. Either place is cool. We have some Discord listeners, but we usually don't give them shout outs because they're just doing their own thing. Discord is a thing. But yeah, wherever you connect, we thank you for connecting with the show, and you guys are awesome. So yeah, all right, we're gonna go back and talk some more with Starletta. Now, we have 0 notes for the show. So, Karn, do you have any questions that you would like to... I'm putting you on the spot, but...
Yeah. Let's see. So, you just wrapped up a tour.
Yes.
Okay. And you've got one more performance left?
Yeah, we're playing a show in Denver like a week before Christmas.
Ooh.
And then we're done.
Yeah. Where did that outlier come from? It's like a couple months after the...
Yeah, the artist that I'm opening for, he's from Denver, so I think it's weird how this tour was. We've been doing like just weekends all October, and we flew to Texas for like 5 days, and then drove to Alabama, and then we were like in Pittsburgh before Texas. It's been routed like all over the place.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're flying to Denver for his like hometown show. And then we're done. I don't know why it's so far away from the other ones, but we did it last year, and it was a lot of fun. So
coast to coast. It's
the way
to do it.
Just trying to get
Awesome.
out there as much as possible.
I love it. Yeah, you should come to Jersey. There's nothing out here.
Seattle.
There's no scene.
Seattle, I really want to. New York City is like one of my favorite places on this planet. We played there in July on the my tour for the record, and we ended up staying there for like 2 days, and I would live in New York if I could, but I'd have to live like in the city.
Yeah.
So
New York's dope.
It's so fun.
Well, very good. Now, how did you... we usually always ask this, how you got into music. Have you been doing music all your life? Is this something that you just kind of grew into? Play trombone?
I've been doing it pretty much my whole life. Like the school program that I grew up in, or like the area that I lived in, had a really good like public school arts program. So they required you to do music like for all 8 years from like middle school to 12th grade.
Wow.
And they had a Grammy for their music program,
That's awesome.
But like I just grew up like really liking it. I had a piano in my house, and like no one in my parents aren't like musically inept, or my mom kind of played piano, but my dad's tone deaf, So like I would just like kind of tinker on it, and they noticed I liked it, so they put me in lessons, and I've always really liked production. Like I view music kind of like a puzzle. So like I like trying to pull apart the things that like make a song sound the way it sounds. So that like the production element has always kind of interested me. So when I graduated, like I got a laptop and started doing production stuff more, and it just kind of spiraled from there.
Nice.
So, but I've been in bands since I was like 14, and just you know, I played music in my church before, and like when I was a kid, and it's always been a part of what I've done.
Yeah, when it's in the blood, I feel like it's in the blood and you're just in it, you know. I would do music even though if I didn't make any money or whatever, I would just do music just to have that experience and to be able to have that artistic expression. I think it's important for people to get that out there. So, very
Definitely.
good. All right, so we're going to play another track here. Now, this is another Starletta track. This is the newest one that you released, and this is Turn the Lights Out. You can't even get this on Bandcamp. What's up with
I didn't
that?
realize that until you told me that. I did this feature for a band that I actually produced this band, and they're a country band, and we both were like, this would kind of make sense to do a song together.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize I didn't put it on Bandcamp because it like I handed it off to them because it's technically like their song.
Oh.
And I never uploaded it to Bandcamp, but I probably should.
You should.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Jules can go buy it because that's what he
Yeah.
does. He buys all the music, and he loves it. He's a good dude, and he's always got a nice big open wallet for all the artists that put out the music on the Bandcamps, and that is really the place to go. And until they muff it up. I don't know. So far, so good. Who owns it now? I don't even know. I think did Epic buy it?
Games.
Epic Games,
Yeah.
and then they sold
Yeah.
it to this other people. These other people have it, and they're licensing people or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I Fantano did like a video on it, and I kind of remember it, but it doesn't sound like a good move, but hopefully nothing bad happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, I guess, you know. And it's all about supporting the artist. As long as there's a way for us to continue to support the artist, then I think we're going to be fine. I think the artists are going to
cancel Bandcamp Friday.
Don't cancel
That would be bad.
That would be bad.
That would be very
What
bad.
if this probably embedded in the contract somewhere, you think? Because they carried it over. When
They
it was
could have
brought out.
grandfathered it in.
I mean, Moog. I mean, they're like Moog is like a giant synthesizer company, and they got bought up by like a big company a few months ago, and they're like made in the States. And when they got bought, the company that bought them said like we're not moving it overseas. We're gonna keep things as is. And like 3 months later, like overnight, fired 90% of the staff. They're like, yeah, we're outsourcing everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like
That's rough.
Get it
you
in
never
writing.
know.
Yeah.
Hopefully that doesn't happen to Bandcamp, but
Oh man, we love our Bandcamp.
Yeah.
It's our friend. It's our little musical friend. And you can maybe someday buy this on Bandcamp as soon as
Probably
Starletta
tonight.
uploads it and gets it ready for you guys. But until then, you can listen to it right here on Night Ride FM. This is Turn the Lights Out. Now, who did you do this with? You did this as I guess a collaboration, right?
It's a band called El Rey.
El Rey.
Yeah, they're like a pop country band that I produced a few songs for. But yeah, it's a fun pop country.
Yeah,
Synthwave country.
it's a nice little romp, and we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna give it a spin right here on Night Ride FM. Enjoy.
If I'm being honest, I really don't wanna go home without you, girl. Oh no. So what's the problem? 'Cause I know you feeling it too when I held your hand. Oh yeah. Your smile keeps telling me lean a little closer, dance a little slower, risk more if I want. I bet you know 2 kids in a pretty little house we'll live, holding gray, girl. Take me away, we're falling while the midnight's calling, neon shining down on me and you. I love the way you're wanting everything I got. Oh girl, my truck, your house, let's get in and get got and go turn the lights out. So let's get in and get got and go turn the lights out. So take me away, we're falling while the midnight's calling, neon shining down on me and you. I love the way you're wanting everything I got. Oh girl, my truck, your house, let's get in and get got and go turn the lights out. So let's get in and get got and go turn the lights out. Let's get in and get got and go turn the lights out.
And Starletta just uploaded that to Bandcamp before the track even ended.
Right on.
Just kidding. Or maybe not. I don't know. We'll find out.
I'm just waiting for this artwork to upload.
I love it. Yes, he really is.
Yeah.
I think he really is. That's great. So you can go out to, what is it, starletta.bandcamp.com, something.
Yeah, it should just be Starletta.
Yeah. Now, I remember, were you the one that had the Twitter handle that said, I hate Bohemian Rhapsody? Or am I making that up?
Yeah, that was me.
Can we
For a
spell that
long
out?
time.
Can we break that down for a second? Because
Yeah, so I forgot that I had that on there for like a long time.
that was hilarious.
So
Like, what?
I used to be a KJ, and
What's a KJ? Karaoke jock?
Karaoke DJ.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, there's just some songs that like I work at Guitar Center, and like people ask that, like, oh, you work in a music store, you must hear Stairway to Heaven all the time, like that song drives you crazy. But as a KJ, there's like certain songs that you just hear so often that they get ruined for you.
Yep.
And it was like every time someone did that song, it was worse than the last time.
Nobody loves me.
And, yeah, to the I just like it hurts. It hurts my soul that I don't like that song anymore, but like it's been tainted.
Yeah.
And like I can't. And it's so long too. So it just, someone's like drunk at 1 a.m. They're like, let me do Bohemian Rhapsody. And it's like, bro, not right now, please. I want to go home.
Not
Sir,
now.
that is a 5-part harmony.
Yeah. This song is longer than you realize. So,
right, and they get tired. Yeah. They get tired after like the first like 7 minutes. They don't realize.
Yeah.
You know what it is too? The other one that always drives me nuts is Meatloaf, Paradise by the Dashboard Light. By the time the 5-minute mark rolls around, like they're just like they're bored.
That's
and
a commitment.
They put the microphone down and they just walk away. And there's like 5 minutes left of the song. Like
that and No Scrubs. No one knows how often, like, the chorus at the back end is like, again, like 2 to 3 minutes long of just like the chorus,
right?
And by the third repeat, like it's always like a group of girls that look at me and they're like, how much longer does this keep going? And I'm like, you guys wanted to do it, I thought you knew the song.
Right.
So,
in their mind they have a different idea of where the song goes, and then because it's just
they're never truly prepared.
No, you never are truly prepared for karaoke. It's just one of them things.
I love karaoke. I'm always ready for it.
Yeah.
But some people just can't. They cannot handle it.
Yes.
Those longer songs.
Do you do karaoke, Karin?
Yeah. Well, we've also done some KJing, my husband and I.
Nice.
We used to do DJing for weddings, and at one point, his stepdad has all this stuff for it. And we do karaoke in their garage all the time.
Sweet. I like a good karaoke.
It's fun.
Yeah, karaoke's, it can be fun. I have a good time. I'm not a great singer, but
it's not about that. It's not supposed to be about
it's
that.
about, right. It's not about singing well. It's about singing loud and obnoxious. No. How obnoxious can you be?
That's how I learned how to sing. Is like I would go to karaoke all the time, and I'm like, well, I like this song. I think I can sing it. And like, there's no pressure. It's either you sound horrible and people expected that, or you sound good and someone's like, huh, okay. And that's it. But I did that for like 2 years, and then eventually just like figured out what my voice sounded like. And yeah, I love karaoke.
That's
so
an
fun.
Interesting question. When did you find out that you had the voice? Like, because singing is one of them things, like, I always wonder when people realize, because you're a good singer. Now,
thanks.
Was there like a moment you're like, oh, that didn't sound like shit? Like, you're like, I think
it was honestly like when I started listening to country, when I found out who Luke Combs was, I was like, I sound like this guy. Like, you know, and he, to me, like, he looks like the average person. Like, he does not look like a super famous dude. So, you know, I saw him and I'm like, well, if he could do this,
then I could do it.
I could probably do it.
Yeah.
And I just like, I'd recently gone through like a bad breakup. So I had plenty of things I was trying to write about. And like, I played drums in the band I was in before. I'd never tried singing. Wow. So I just started doing it. My house was empty, so no one could hear me. So I was going for it. And then eventually just like, I sang songs that were lower that weren't hard, and then I started like trying to sing songs a little higher, then higher and higher, and then that just I was like probably 20, 23,
okay,
24 when I tried singing, and I'm 28 now.
Yeah.
So it's been a fairly recent thing. Like up until I was doing I didn't sing prior to Starletta. So
very good, very good. So I think we should drop another track here because, you know, this is what we do. We play awesome tunes. And I actually found this track. Have you heard of a artist called Outrunner, Karin Zoe Lee?
Outrunner.
I'm about to drop some science on you. Now, this actually came to our submissions. This is submit.nightride.fm. Is that it? I don't even know our own submission hub. Nightride.fm/submit. I think that's it. You can go, and if you are a synthwave band or a producer or outfit or whatever, you can send your songs and we'll get them on the radio and we'll play them on the show. We've been doing a lot more sourcing of submissions on the show just because, it's a good place to go. It's a good resource. We get them on the station and everything like that. Like, I found this guy's music. He actually did 2 submissions, and then I just contacted him. I'm like, your stuff is great. So I grabbed the entire album. We put the entire album on Night Ride FM because I dig it. It's just good, groovy stuff. Now, this one is a little bit cool because he does a little bit of shredding too. So, you know, you get your synth wave, you get your shredder wave. Is that a word?
Shred wave.
Shred wave, yes. And I dig it, so we're going to give this a little spin here. This is a tune by Outrunner. It is entitled New Beginning, and you're listening to it right here on Night Ride FM. And that was New Beginning by Outrunner. Told you that song was pretty dope. Dig it. I dig it. Now, so we want to talk a little bit about socials because, people, they go on the old social media thing and they type in their angry tweets and twats and chats and posts and whatever it is that they do. Yeah, I don't know. What is it? Mastodon is called a toot now. I refuse to.
Is that a joke?
I refuse to go on a platform that they're called toot. No, it's not a joke. They actually call it a toot. T-O-O-T. Wow. I can't do it. I can't. I just can't go there.
That's one I'm not on, Mastodon. I don't think I ever set up an account there.
And Twitter, like, what is it? Like, you're Xing? You're Xing now? I just don't understand.
Yeah, it will always be Twitter.
It will.
Always.
The bird. I actually got a little plug-in for my browser, and it brought the bird back. Got rid of the X,
sick.
And it brought the little blue bird back, because I love my little blue bird. Now, I know...
Twitter.com.
Yeah.
The link hasn't changed.
Right. I mean, go figure. Like, if you're going to go all in, and just do the X.com and call it a day. But so speaking of socials, now I know that you are on Instagram, but I know you're also on the Twitterverse, I believe.
Yeah, I get on Twitter every now and then. But it's Starletta. I think on Twitter it's Starletta Music. On like Instagram and TikTok, it's just Starletta.
That's right. I gotta get on TikTok. I haven't been on TikTok in a long time.
TikTok is the biggest. I mean, that's like that's where my stuff comes from, basically.
It's blowing
like,
up. Yeah.
It's everything has worked for me on TikTok so far.
Nice.
So,
all right, I got to get on. I got to follow you. I think we have a Night Ride FM account, and I have a login somewhere. I'm not hip, man. I'm just not hip yet. But I heard that's where all the cool kids go, and
it's fun.
I'm gonna hop on. I'm gonna give you a follow. Karin, do you have a TikToker account?
I'm on there, but I've got like 5 videos. I put my Night Ride videos up there sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm so behind.
I need some content. That's the problem. I make so much content for the show, but it's all audio. It's not video. So when it comes to that, I'm like, that means I have to like do more work to make my audio in the video, and I'm just like too lazy. I just don't want to do it.
It's tough. I was just talking to my roommate about that today, how we both just like grinding video content is.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work, but if you're trying to be at least if you're trying to be like an artist,
right,
and like, getting your name out there, like you just have to play the game, and like TikTok is the game now. So it's just if either you don't make videos and no one knows who you are, or you make videos and people still probably don't know who you are, but it might happen. So
right, you have a better chance of somebody knowing who you are.
Yeah, I put my phone down at work, and I'm just like, I work at Guitar Center, and this is what my music sounds like, and it's worked multiple times over me trying to like edit like a professionally filmed thing. So as long as you put something on there, you're fine.
Yeah, we could do like some very ad hoc, off the cuff kind of videos, like with me, like with an old beat up camcorder or something.
Oh yeah, that stuff does great. I mean, like there's a lot of synthwave, like Sunglasses Kid does well on TikTok.
And we had Dream Kid on the show last.
Dream Kid,
we had Sunglasses Kid
blew up on TikTok.
He blew up, We've had both artists actually on the show, and we talked about TikTok, and Dream Kid just blew up like
out of
legit.
Nowhere.
Like,
out of nowhere. Crazy. I mean, to the point where like his video style was copied by so many people in that genre.
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, I did it once or twice. I'm like, well, if this works, like, I'll give it a shot. It didn't work for me like it did for him, but like,
right.
It's the platform.
Point of view. You're in New Jersey and you're trying to.
It's 1984 and you just got broken up with at your prom. And
he wasn't even the first to do that.
Well, Sunglasses Kid, I give credit to Sunglasses Kid for kind of like being one of the originators of that style.
Yeah.
And, and
I think I saw Dream Kid do it first, and then I started seeing Sunglasses Kid stuff show up after.
Yeah.
Because it's like, once you start interacting with it, they're like, well, you like the other accounts too, right? So
Right. Yeah.
But
the sunglasses, he's pretty OG. I know he's been doing that a long time. I think who else does that? I think it I don't know.
Everybody now.
Everybody and their mother. Primo. I love Primo. Primo just cracks me up. She's just a wonderful, hilarious lass. That girl. Is that the proper country western term, or is that a derogatory?
Lass? That's Scottish.
Is it? I thought that was
I think
western.
it is Scottish.
Oh my god.
There's
I'm mixing my genres and my geometry. I don't know.
I'm a fake Southerner, so I don't even know if I know the real.
They don't say I thought that was like a cowboy thing. Come on, you little.
You're thinking of lasso.
Lasso, yeah.
Maybe. I guess something like that.
I just call everyone partner.
Partner. Hey, partner. Yeah. So very good. So you can find Starletta on TikTok or Instagram, or maybe nobody goes on Twitter anymore, but you can.
I'm on there sometimes.
And so I guess you have do you do YouTube as well? Do you like put the stuff on TikTok on the YouTube? Because they have the YouTube shorts and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm supposed to, but I'm so bad with. I film in TikTok, and when you download it and then you like try to throw it in another platform, it's got the watermark, and like YouTube doesn't like that.
Oh,
so it's
man.
Like, but if I film something outside of it, I will upload it to like that Instagram and everything. So
yeah, well, very good. Well, very fantastic. Well, this has been a wonderful show, and I'm just, like I said, I love your stuff. You should come on anytime you want, and just come on. We're going to bring our neon hats, and someday we're going to get that sponsorship from Neon Cowboys, and I got a good feeling about it that it's going to happen someday.
We'll work on it together.
Yeah, we can.
I believe in us.
We'll tag team our hashtagging efforts and everything like that. I think it'll work out well. But yes, so we have some more tunes here. Now, I was given this wonderful track by this group, and they call themselves Radical Bicep. You know them, Radical Bicep, right, Miss Carnes?
Oh yeah.
This is Lisa Marie. Does the vocals, and I don't know the actual producer behind it because I don't know
him either.
But I know this also has Chill Collins, who is our buddy. He also was on our latest concept album, which is now available. It is what's the name of the concept album? I can't remember.
Are you talking about Live at Mr. Fusion?
Live at Mr. Fusion. I forgot the name of my own album, Karin. This is like
that is so Dennis.
That is like, I don't even do this on purpose. Like, people think that it's an act. It's like not. Like, people meet me in real life and they're like, "No, you really are this dumb." Like, it's like I can't help it.
I did not think that.
I struggle sometimes. I struggle with life. I need a good life coach. But yeah, so this is Chill Collins, and he did a track on our Live at Mr. Fusion. Go out and buy Live at Mr. Fusion. In fact, wait till Bandcamp Friday. Wait till that. To pick up this track, to pick up Starletta's stuff, and Live at Mr. Fusion, because all the money goes to the artist. And I think it's like, the first Thursday in every month or something? Like, first Friday?
Bandcamp Friday? Yeah.
Yeah, it would be kind of a weird day if it was not on Friday, I guess. So, yeah. Friday, first Friday of every month or something like that. Go check everybody out. Get all your purchases in. You could check out this one. This is actually a premiere, and I am super stoked to play this. Once again, this is Radical Bicep featuring Chill Collins with a little tune called All Sides, and it is being premiered right here, right now on Night Ride FM. So here it is. Enjoy.
There is freedom and there is love behind the wheel. All things in our hearts fly before the sky. The past doesn't confine you. The past doesn't confine you or who you are.
All right, so we had a little double shot there. That was All Sides, Radical Bicep featuring Chill Collins. And we just did a little extra double shot. That was Chromatic Rider by Peter Aries. So we figured we'd just give you a little double dose of some good synthwave right there. And yeah, man, that's good stuff. Now we have... we have some touring event news. We don't have a lot of touring and event news because Jules does all that work. I don't do any of that work. And he writes all that stuff down, and he is on jury duty, so he's not writing down synthwave events on our calendar. But you can always go to, you can really just Google synthwave events, and our website will pop up right at
You're
the top.
eliminating my job over here, Dennis.
I know. I'm trying. trying not to. But so let's dig into a little bit of synthwave events. Karin, do you want to let us know who's playing, where, and what?
Yes,
What
in
instrument?
chronological order. Tomorrow, Doom Flamingo continues their East Coast tour, which goes on through December 9th. But tomorrow they're playing in Nashville. Brooklyn Bowl, Nashville.
Nice. That's
So-
your part of the little country there, Mr.
No, I'm
Sharp.
like trying to figure out if I can find a friend to go with me. I've never heard of this band, but I'm about to find out.
Six-piece band.
Six-piece band.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's pretty awesome. Very good. And
That's tomorrow.
November 3rd, we have Phaserland, Betamax, Michael Weber. Oh, that is a nice lineup. That's like a neon lineup there. And
I should go to that.
DJ set by, who is this? KZL. Never heard of her. That's going to be at the substation in Seattle, USA. So you're
Woohoo.
really
And I
getting
can't use
around.
my Halloween set. It won't fit on this lineup, so I got to make a whole new one
there,
for Friday.
there you go. You got to whip up another one. That's awesome.
Oh,
You
here we go.
got a lot of gigs. What else we
Are
got?
you going to this one, Dennis? November 18th, Nightwave at St. Vitus Bar in New York.
I would love to. The Nightwave events are so fun. Starletta, you have to go. If you go up to New York, you got to go to one of the Nightwave events. It's so fun. Faith and
I definitely
Glitch,
wanted to go.
He's incredible. And it's always just a good crowd. They pack a room. Like, it's just incredible the way they pack it. And yeah.
I'm still kicking myself in the back from last year. I went to New York for like a 24-hour trip. I was supposed to play a show and it got canceled. So we just went to New York because we had the tickets. Couldn't find anything to do. And the next day I had to be in Denver. So when I got to Denver, I saw that the Midnight was doing a DJ set in Brooklyn when I was there. And I missed it. And I was so upset that I missed them doing that.
Yeah,
It
happens.
I was like in my hotel, like, I don't know what to do. And it's like, oh, I would have loved to do that. That would have been nice to know.
That would have been a cool gig, yeah. I think
Yeah.
Tyler Lyle, yeah, he did a little DJ set, I know, in Brooklyn, so very cool. But yeah, always hopping, stuff to do in Brooklyn. It's just the place to go. So St. Vitus Bar, they usually do their night waves there. And Yokotari, they do that as well, which is all the future funk. That's my jam, too. Get some
Nice.
future funk all up in there. And December 16th, we have Wolf Club with the House of Serpents. And that is Sean from LeBrock, I guess. That's his side project,
yeah, that's
right?
his, yeah.
And that's going to be at the North Troubadour in Liverpool, UK. Did I say it right?
I think so.
right.
Sounded right to me.
Works for me.
Oh, also, on December 16th, Starletta, you got one more performance to do. That was at Denver, Colorado,
Yes.
with the Atlas that you were talking about at,
Yeah.
Summit 16?
Yes.
That's the venue?
Mhm. Yeah. I'm pretty sure tickets are still available. But it's his hometown, so they're moving fast.
Well, very
Right
good.
on.
So check out all the shows. We will keep you up to date with all the shows as soon as Jules gets out of jury duty. nightride.fm/blog/synthwave events. Just Google synthwave events and it will pop up for you, I promise. And yes, think that's pretty much it. That's our show, ladies and gentlemen. We are just about to wrap things up here. Gonna get our closing music on and say a couple wonderful goodbyes. Of course, we want to thank Starletta for coming on. This was great, man. I'm just so stoked to finally have had you on the show, and it's always fun, you know.
Thanks.
Bring people on.
Thank
we
you
love.
for having me.
Absolutely. And yeah, go check out him on tour. If not, buy some albums. Check it out. Get yourself a nice neon. I might just go to your website because I am not getting a sponsorship by Neon Cowboy. So I'm just going to go to your website and buy your cowboy hat.
Save you
And
$50.
I'm going to save myself $50 and I'm going to take that up to Nightwave. And I'm going to look good. I'm going to wear some neons and do it up. Maybe get some
Take some
Spurs.
pictures.
Take
I
some
want
pictures.
pictures.
Yeah, of course. How can you not? You got to have pictures when you wear your neon hat. So I'm going to go out and do that. And we have a little website, too, you can check out. It is Patreon. You can give us some money and help us keep these radio stations going. We have like 6 radio stations going on 24/7. Everyone's got a favorite. What's your favorite, Karin?
Oh, tried and true, Night Ride FM.
Yeah, same here. But I know Chill Synth is a very popular one.
It's a nice one.
EBSM, not so much. We get a few listeners, but that's the thing. We have niche within niche within niche, and sometimes we only have 20 listeners. But you know what? They're 20 happy listeners because they get to hear their EBSM or their horror synth. Like, we have a whole radio station dedicated to horror synth. It's just crazy. So you can go to patreon.com/NightRideFM if you want to contribute and pay it forward. Because if you like the music on the radio stations, you know, it's always nice to support it because it does cost money to get all that sound out of those interwebs. But that's what we do. And I think that's about it on my end. You can also go to stateofsyn.com and give us some money. You don't have to. If you want to, you could buy us a beer. We have a little link. It's just a happy little link. If you want to click on that, you could buy me or Jules or Karin a beer or 2. And the best part about it is we will actually drink the beer, you know, at our venue of choice, of course. But it definitely goes to our little slush fund. That's what we do. It's how we do it. And we like it. So thank you for your support all around, even if you're just liking and subscribing and all that stuff too. We love you for that too. You don't always have to give money. You can just show your support by listening and liking and sharing, doing all that stuff on the social media, on the TikTok thing. I got to get on TikTok.
Yeah.
I got to get some people to follow. If you have anybody that you would like to suggest, Starletta, that I can follow on TikTok, I'm going to follow you. I'm going to follow Karin, I think. I'm going to follow her and see what happens with this thing. I heard it's pretty
You can follow everyone I'm following.
Yeah.
There's a guy that does I do like a lot of 80s like versions of songs on TikTok.
Yes.
For like that I put on my Patreon, and there's another guy who does it, but he does like that's all he does.
Oh, nice.
And I can't remember his name. I'm trying to find it.
I love when they 80s-ify things. It's just super fun.
Yeah. I have like a ballad template I basically use for everything.
Fantastic.
For that, and it's fun. But I can't remember his name, but why can't I find him? I follow him.
All right. I'm going to follow who
he
you
pops up, but he's
follow.
good.
I'm going to follow who Karin follows, and then everyone follows me. And it's going to be like this big synthwave TikTok train that we're going to get going.
Izzy Perry. That's his name.
Izzy Perry. Nice.
IZZY. Yeah.
Shout out to Izzy Perry in the house. And, thanks for listening. This was great. We miss you, Jules. We'll see you next week. Hopefully you will be out of jury duty and convict the bad guys, because everybody knows that they're guilty for whatever it is that they did, because they always are. And that's our show, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks so much for listening. Check us out next week. I think we have Pilot on next week, which I'm so stoked. Always a good time when we have Pilot on. And thank you so much for listening, liking, and supporting the show. Karin, you have anything else you want to say in closing here?
No, thanks for letting me fill in for Jules. This has been fun.
Yeah.
I've kind of been taking a break, so this is pulling me back in.
Anytime. We like our live shows. And check out Karin. She's going to be playing sometime we just told you about. I already forgot.
Friday.
Something like
Friday
that.
at Substation Seattle. Phaserland, Betamax, Michael Weber.
That's a nice lineup. Love it. And from all of us at Night Ride FM, we do wish you a speedy trip home or wherever it is you're going to, the next party or whatever it is. We hope your dreams come true. And I'm terrible at this. This is Jules' part. He says all this closing stuff. But that's it. Thanks for listening. And we will see you next time. We're going to close you out with one last track here. This is from Meteor, and the track is called Saints and Demons. And thank you for listening to Night Ride FM. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Good night, everyone.